Hello everyone in the EDAP 587 class. This is your late Friday preview of Monday's class. We will be doing looking at Module 1 on Monday, but I also wanted to make sure for those of you who will be coming to class in synchronous mode, I want to show you how that works and give you some heads up as to issues you may have. So I'm going to give you a brief description of how Collaborate runs and how you set it up. Then we're going to then take a quick preview. Monday class is pretty straight up. You're basically going to look at a training modules. You're going to go through them, and then I will have a quiz that'll be available on Monday for you to take. Don't panic. It's a very, very easy quiz. So let's talk about Collaborate real fast. So here we are. We're in our class. If I want to start Collaborate to join the class in synchronous mode, I do not need to do all of this if I want to join the class asynchronously, meaning on your time and in your space. This is only if you want to join us at the same time that we meet, which will be at 5:30 on Monday. So I'm going to click on this link, and what it does is it takes me here. Now, when I come to here, I have to realize if this is the first time I'm here, I'm going to have to download this. And to do it, it's very simple. You basically just click on it, and then it says download the launcher. Now, this is what it will say if you're on a Mac. If you're on a PC, it looks very similar. It will then ask you where it wants you to put the launcher. Desktop will work just fine. It also then creates a little file called Meeting Collab. Now that little file is extremely important because that's how you connect to the environment, okay? So make sure that you have two files. One should say Blackboard Collaborate Launcher and the other should say meeting, meeting.collab, meeting.collab. On a PC, it usually puts it in your downloads folder and your documents folder, just to give you a heads up. On a Mac, you can put it anywhere you want, because that's just the way Macs are. Once you do that, you will click on Join Room. You will locate the meeting.collab, and then it will launch it, and it looks like this when it gets fully launched. Now, it'll go through some things where a little Java window will pop up. It'll ask you, are you sure you want to run this? You tell it, yes, run. There's even a little checkbox there that you can check that it won't do it again. And then you're here. You are here in synchronous mode, meaning you are here live. Everything that happens, it's happening because you're here live. As you can see over here, there's a space where it says who all is in the room. Right now, it's only little old me. Everybody comes into the room is given privileges, as you can see here. There's a whole slew of them. I set it up so as you come in, you have all privileges. If you want to come in and be able to talk to me, you click on the talk button. You can either leave it open, in other words, have an open mic. We'll hear everything around you. If you're sitting in Panera Bread, we'll hear that. But it's not too distracting. Otherwise, you can click it on and click it off, depending upon, when you want to interact. Down at the bottom is the chat room with a little chat box where you can ask questions. We basically just try to encourage you to talk, but that's okay. If you don't want to talk and just ask chat, you can. And that's really it. Oh, let me show you what it'll look like. When I'm in here, what I do is I share my desktop, and I do that so that you can see what I'm doing, and that's what it looks like. So right now, this is what my desktop is, and so therefore that's what you see. If I came back over here and I click on where I would have it, then that's what you'll see. Okay? and then you see everything I do on this desktop, just as if you were sitting next to me and looking at my computer while we're doing it. There will be times when I will allow you to take charge of the screen, and then you can go off and wander around on your own, and I'll be sitting there talking about what you're doing. So let's look at real fast what we're doing on Monday. If we go, last thing, those of you who are not there in synchronous mode, who will be looking at it after class, there'll be a link here. It's not here right now because we don't have any movies yet, but there'll be a link here that'll say collaborate movies or EDAP 587 recordings, excuse me. And then you can click on that and it will have all the recordings of all of the modules that we'll be going through as I discuss them. Now, the other nice thing about it is in all of these modules, there's usually a video that explains what's going on in the module. So if you wanted to work ahead, you can. You don't have to wait for every Monday. You can jump ahead and do whatever you want. On this Monday, all we're doing is we're going to go through and do this online training right here. It's very straightforward, very simple. And then below it, I will have the little quiz that goes along with it. And that's all you're doing for Monday. So as we move through the other modules, there'll be more that I need to talk about. This one is a big one right here. There's an awful lot of stuff we do in here. And I'll be taking my time with this and showing you how it all works to make sure that you're good to go. Module 3, again, is a fairly hefty module. You're going to be basically building your own knowledge building principles ebook. We'll use VoiceThread for that. Quality Matters, we basically talk about what Quality Matters means, and then we'll do a little exercise where you get to look at courses that have been created and apply the Quality Matters framework. Then we will probably take a real quick look at Blackboard Learn. I don't know of anyone who's using Blackboard Learn that's in our class. And we will focus primarily then on Schoology. And Schoology will be where we will sit for a little while so you can understand how it works. And then finally, your homework, which is really very simple, is you're going to use the Quality Matters rubric, and you're going to build your own, or you're going to apply it to your own course that you have created, and just go through and identify where things are within your course. It's very, very simple. I don't know if I mentioned this in the first video I sent out, but some of you, if you're in the endorsement, are a little worried about not having 15 hours within the endorsement. The 12 hours was created to encourage people to take it because it was simpler. But if you need 15 hours for a pay raise, what we normally do is we do independent studies where you take the online that you have created, the online course, and you apply it to your class and you run it, and we see how it goes with your kids, and we can do that very, very easily. Alrighty, so that's your introduction to Collaborate. Locate it right there. You're clicking. Once you have it set up, all you have to do is click on the link and join the room, and it will take you right to it. So I will see you on Monday at 5:30 if you're joining us synchronously. Otherwise, look for the recording over here in the left-hand column. See you then.